DoctaM3. Cody, it's real good to actually meet you in person.
I know we've talked and we've been friends, car friends and car family for so long, from I-8 days, really.
The I-8
We've done
days.
a couple of, we've done some live videos, live streaming together and stuff like that, but finally get to meet in person. And now he's a member of the Lamborghini family.
I know,
Awesome.
and it feels great. It feels great. What do you think about yours now? I mean, you've been, just a few
There's
few
a couple
days.
of weeks that I've had this car. Actually, this is my first road trip in it. So we now have maybe 400, 500 miles or so. The car is amazing. Let's just put it that way. There's some quirks of the new car. Like, I got to get used to all the controls now being on the steering wheel. There are no stalks with the exception of cruise control. Who uses cruise control in a supercar? I don't know. But other than that, this car is everything you wanted it to be. All the things that people complained about the Aventador, they've solved in this new car. And it drives like a dream. It's fast as hell. It's fast. It is fast, capable, like mind-blowingly good.
Sure.
They nailed it. Nailed it.
So it's hybrid.
It's hybrid.
And you and I have driven hybrids before.
Welcome Lamborghini to the world of hybrids.
This is a different story now. But if you had to, I don't know how to ask the question right. You still drive an I-8.
I still have my I-8. I will never get rid of that car. It was such a unique and iconic. It never got copied by any manufacturer. Think about that for a second.
You're right.
The look.
Yeah.
Every car, everybody seems to all look alike.
Yeah.
The I-8 was just distinctive.
Yeah. So you're keeping it. You've had no issues with it.
No.
Surprisingly, you did have that one thing.
Which one?
Oh, you took it in for air conditioning compressor.
Oh yeah, because I learned that. So remember that one thing. That was the one thing we had, and actually you did. And actually, what I did was, because of your video when it was coming up on the warranty running out, I was like, let's go do it. And we went in. Same thing. They all have it. You hear all the horror stories. Yeah. But enough of them have it that if you have an I-8 and you haven't done it yet, make sure, because it's usually covered. Mine was covered under the 7-year warranty, even though the regular warranty was out, and it got replaced. And thank God I did that.
Yeah, he reached out to me. He's like, Pat, what can I do? Because they want to charge me. I said, look, you live in Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania is one of those states where this is an integral part of the emission
system. And because of that,
we saved you what, $1,500 or so?
Yeah, probably like close to $2,000.
Close to $2,000. Yeah. That's what we're all about. I'm glad to produce that content. I'm glad I could help you out.
Otherwise, I would have been here because I love the car and I was going to keep it. I would have given $2,000 when it was not necessary.
Oh yeah. So I'm so glad you came down here. We're in the DC area. We did some cars and coffee, so we're going to roll that footage now. But it's just great to meet you.
It's good to finally meet you. This is what we're all about, right? The car community. We know each other, frankly, from around the globe. I mean, I've met people that I've met in person. I've met them we've talked for years and years from Singapore, for instance.
Yeah.
And even Japan, and they're in the U.S. We're at a car show. We meet up, and it's like it's family. So it's awesome. Nice to meet you guys.
Yep, definitely.
He's awesome.
Link in the description if you haven't seen him. I'm sure you have. Let's go ahead with the footage of Katie's Cars and Coffee.
That was awesome today.
Yes, it was. Cody, your car is fire.
Yeah, literally, 4 alarms. That's so awesome.
Yeah, so it's the gas cap on this side, and then it actually plugs in the front. So there's well, it recharges as you drive. Using the kinetic energy from the brakes and stuff. But there's a plug in the front, and then they moved actually the trickle charger is on the diffuser now, which is interesting. So if you're all plugged in, you have to remember unplug it from the front and unplug it from the back. Okay. Yeah.
So the V12 is 808 to 14.
Yeah, so I believe that would be it, and then you get an extra 200 horsepower from the electric. Right.
Yeah, some of those are being there a while. So I'm here fiddling with this, going, is it that? What's going on? Because this error is there, and it turns out I was like, I know exactly what it is. You see that little rubber grommet at the top? He's like, you need to twist that off. I'm like, what? You want me to take that off? He's like, it's adhesive. Just twist it off. So I go ahead and twist it off, and it was over here. He's like, you just need to move it to the left a little bit. What's going on? He's like, it's not catching the sensor properly. So I moved it to the left, just without new stuff, just put it back on there, and he goes, see that little sensor on the bottom there?
Yeah.
That's the sensor. This is the sensor. So it was fine before. It must have been just a little off. And with the heat, it was in the sun for a while, it probably slid off. So it was no longer pushing that fully down. And that was the reason why I was getting this. I was like, so Lamborghini, you couldn't make either something longer or integrate this in. It literally is like adhesive on this rubber grommet.
But the way these cars,
Italian thing.
Italian stuff, yeah.
So, but you notice now, this car is, the hood is all carbon fiber, and what a lot of people don't realize, you'll see it, is you'll get little glimpses down in there. The subframe of this car is carbon fiber. So on the Aventador, it was the monocoque that was carbon fiber, and it was an aluminum chassis. The subframes. The entire car, so both the monocoque and the subframes front and rear, is all carbon fiber.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's that forged carbon, and you could see it.
Oh, yeah, like right there.
See it right here? See it here too?
Yeah.
So that's how you can tell. So that's a part of the subframe.
Do you notice a big difference between like the pushrod suspension and the Aventador, and then this? I think it's double wishbone,
This
right?
is exactly. I will tell you this, probably because the all-wheel steering on this is a little bit more aggressive. You can feel it more so than the SVJ has all-wheel steering too. I don't know if I haven't driven it enough. We're at, I think, 400 miles or something like that now, to be able to tell you the difference between the push. I love the push rod because it's level. I mean, I've taken this on the track, and it's really good on the track. And that four-wheel steering, probably because it's a little bit more aggressive on the back, probably even things out a little bit so you don't feel like you're turning in. The car rotates on the track like crazy. So maybe that's it, but I haven't been able to tell the difference between the two yet. But with more seat time, probably. I got to tell you this. So coming down here, doing that trip, was like we were talking, going, this actually is really comfortable. Like you Ferrari had this bumpy mode button. Literally push it, and it makes the road just turn buttery smooth. It's not as good, but it's damn close. So you can make it as hard, you can make it really hard, firm, or it just is compliant like a GT car.
Where do you drive from? Like Florida?
No, I was in Pittsburgh. So I came down from Pittsburgh last night. And so today and tomorrow, we're gonna do some back roads through West Virginia. So through the mountains and stuff. So it's gonna be fun. But yeah, it's got a hell of a lot more. We have that under here just to protect the, but a hell of a lot more room. Like I said, there's a carry-on. Basically, you can finally put a carry-on in the front of a Lamborghini. Before, it was just like
little box.
Little, yeah. So the charging is now down here.
Yeah.
So there's a high-capacity charger that you plug in there. On the Temerario, the VA, they put it on the outside. I don't know why they did that. For this now, when you have it there, to be able to lock the bonnet, because you would have just a thing come. So it's that's so again, Lambo things, right? So instead of figuring out something a little bit more elegant, they're like, well, just do a spring thing. So that's what they're
pretty smart though.
Yeah, I know, but this thing's still just like really.
Yeah.
And you got to get version 2.0. The next version will be better car.
Yeah, exactly. Just they need to do better there. But anyway,
with even like the 2012 Aventadors, they had issues.
What's that?
And then, like with the 2012 Aventadors, they had issues, and so they figured that out.
First, I'm anticipating that there's stuff that's going to come up with this car. So a little known secret on my the yellow Aventador that I had, that was first year, at 1,200 miles, I got a brand new engine, and they never told me. Like, I went into limp mode, and they're like, send it back. So I sent it back to the dealership, and then like a week later I hear, oh, they're shipping you a new V12. I'm like, okay, so what happened? Radio silence. And I'm sure they shipped that engine back to Italy to figure out what happened. But I never heard another word about what happened to that engine. And if you're going to buy an Aventador, I would probably not recommend you buy the 2012. By the time you got to 13, everything is sorted. It wasn't a problem then. But 2012, after 1,200 miles, I'm like, oh boy, what the hell happened here? But after, I can't really complain. So.
All right, this M2 looks fantastic, especially in this color, and I want one. I don't know why. I want to get back into a BMW, but this is cool, especially with the contrast seats here, different colors, and I like the front end on these. It doesn't have that angry beaver look to it. It actually looks aggressive the way a BMW should look. Yeah, I'm impressed. Gray Cayman just makes me miss my old Cayman even more. And it's even a manual, and it's a Cayman S. I believe this was the best body style, the 987 of all the Caymans. The hips on this thing are absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I miss mine. 4RS, got Porsche Cabriolet, and I know we have a gentleman over here who's actually painting the cars. That's so cool. That is so cool. Can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing here? And
so this is 1966. This is John Surtees' Lola T60 that he won the Can-Am Championship with.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to show up. I like to come to events and paint live.
Yeah,
it's a good
that's
way to,
pretty
good
awesome.
way to meet people. A good way to.
do you have an Instagram?
Yeah, I got an Instagram and Zach Carroll Art, ZACCARROLLART. Yeah, it gets a little wordy there, but
absolutely.
yeah.
All right,
awesome.
that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
Actually, when we were walking over, I thought that was that car that you were. I was like, did he just paint that live?
I did paint it. I painted it here over a couple of weekends.
Okay,
and then
gotcha.
I finished it at home.
Gotcha. That's awesome.
But yeah, so that photo was taken up there on the hill.
Yeah, that is really awesome. Very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
And another favorite of mine, the Evora. Love it in this red color.
Guys.
All right, have a great trip.
Thanks, man. You too. Have a good one.
Boy, what a great day. Thanks to DoctaM3, link in the description. That's Cody and his friends that came down from Pittsburgh for a rally. Boy, I really had a great time. If you liked today's video, please give me a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and happy motoring.